How to bind your RC transmitter and receiver. If you have just gotten into the world of remote control toys, you might be wondering how to bind your transmitter and receiver. This process is essential for making sure your remote control vehicle or aircraft responds to your commands. Let's break it down step by step so you can get started on your RC adventure. First, make sure both your transmitter, which is the remote control, and your receiver, which is installed in your RC model, have enough battery power. This is crucial because low battery can cause issues during the binding process. Next, you need to enter binding mode on your receiver. Most receivers have a specific bind port or a bind button. To do this, you will either insert a small connector called a bind plug into the bind port or press and hold the bind button while turning on the receiver. When in binding mode, you will usually see a light-emitting diode flashing rapidly. This indicates that the receiver is ready to connect. Now, it is time to initiate the binding on your transmitter. With the receiver in binding mode, turn on your transmitter while holding down its bind button or selecting the bind option from its menu. The transmitter will begin searching for the receiver to establish a connection. Once the binding is successful, the receiver's light will change from flashing to a solid light. This means they are now linked and can communicate with each other. If you used a bind plug, you can remove it at this point. To ensure everything is working correctly, test the connection. Move the controls on your transmitter and watch how the receiver or connected servos respond. This is a good way to confirm that everything is functioning as it should. After binding, you may need to do some additional setup. This could include calibrating your controls, adjusting servo centering, and setting endpoint ranges to get the best performance from your RC model. Keep in mind that different brands and models may have slight variations in the binding process. Some modern receivers even allow binding through software interfaces, which can simplify things further. Always refer to the specific manuals for your transmitter and receiver for the most accurate instructions. Understanding how to bind your transmitter and receiver is a fundamental skill in the world of remote control toys. It ensures that your transmitter controls only your receiver, preventing interference from other devices nearby. Mastering this process will help you enjoy smooth and responsive control of your RC vehicles, whether they are cars, planes, boats, or drones.